Welcome to Arnett, Oklahoma for this second round playoff matchup between the Balko-Bison and the Forgan Bulldogs. Forgan making it to tonight's game, winning an exciting 73-70 double overtime victory over Arnett last night. Balko earning the first round bye, so they are now in this game. Doing the starting lineup for the teams for right now. First of the Forgan Bulldogs coming into tonight's game with a record of 8 wins and 16 losses on the season, coached by Rob Lancaster. Number 1, Peyton Conkle. Number 11, Gage Reichert. Number 12, Daniel Allman. Number 15, Josh Brown. Number 24, Juan Magana. And for the Balko-Bison, coming into tonight's record with a game of 14 wins and 8 losses, coached by Jaden Whitfield. Number 1 is senior Chisholm Freeman. Number 2, senior Braxton Fowler. Number 3 is senior Nathan Smith. Number 20, sophomore Levi Milliken. And the junior number 23, Nathan Cardwell. So it's Balko, it's Forgan, it's about to get on. The pride of the High Plains, the Balko-Bison, are on the air. You're listening to Balko-Bison Basketball live on the Balko-Bison Sports Network. My name is David Vaughn. I'll be your host for the evening. A very pleasant good evening to you all wherever you may be. These two teams very familiar with each other. Remember, they co-op for football. They played each other twice this season in basketball, with Balko winning both games comfortably, but we're in the playoffs right now. It does not matter. The winner of tonight's game will play on Thursday here in Arnett against the winner between Goodwell and Boise City. The loser will play here at 3 o'clock between the loser of Goodwell and Boise City. Ball's in the air. Ball is tipped. Nobody picks it up. Chisholm Freeman goes in and takes it. It's Balko basketball. We are underway live from Wildcat Arena here in Arnett, Oklahoma. Into the front court, Braxton Fowler has it, giving it off to Nathan Cardwell. Cardwell being guarded by Josh Brown. Now over to Fowler. Fowler looking back to Whitfield to get the play. Balko resetting the offense. Nathan Cardwell over to Nathan Smith on the far side. Three-pointer from the wing. Bang! And we're underway. Nathan Smith with the first points of the game. It's a three-pointer, and the Bison lead by a score of 3-0. 30 seconds gone here in the ball game. So both of these teams will advance to the third round. It's just a matter of when they play and who they play. Josh Brown with it, who had a tremendous game last night. 1 rebound shy of a triple-double last night. Over to the far side now, Juan Magana for 3 off the back iron. No good, rebounded by Freeman. Giving it off to Fowler. Bison come back the other way. 50 seconds gone here in the ball game. 3-0 your score, favor Balko. Fowler walking it across the timeline on the far side. Crossover dribble over to Cardwell for 3. No good. Hard rebound picked up by Peyton Conkle. Long outlet, too long. Passing it to the glass on the baseline. Unfortunately, they are not playing in this game. It'll be a turnover. Balko basketball. 6:56 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 your score, favor Balko. Balko, remember, starting off kind of slow this season, but picking it up at the very end. 7-2 in their last 9 games. Alley-oop, no good. Rebounded by Chisholm Freeman. He goes down, traveled with it. A couple of Forgan players help him up. And very interesting dynamic to these games. These guys are all friends. They all played on the same football team just 5 months ago. And now they're playing against each other with an opportunity to advance to the third round of the playoffs. Again, they're friends off the court. They're very familiar with each other. They're friends on the court. You see them helping each other out. Over to the near side, Peyton Conkle, three-pointer is good. So Peyton Conkle answers Balko's three-pointer with one of his own. We're tied at 3, 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Nathan Smith into the front court over to Fowler. Fowler, three-pointer wide open off the front iron, no good. Rebound loose, deflected out of bounds by Milliken. It'll be Forgan basketball. No, it'll be Balko basketball. They're going to say it was off of Gage Reichert. So Chisholm Freeman to inbound underneath their own basket. Switching it out now, Braxton Fowler will do the inbounding honors for Balko. 6:09 to go here in the first quarter. Nathan Smith wide open three-pointer from the wing, off the front iron, no good. Bison rebound, ball stolen on the way up. Picked up, and Peyton Conkle with it now. Wraparound dribble, racing across the timeline, being guarded closely by Freeman, and Freeman guarding a little bit too close. Foul's going to be on Chisholm Freeman, his first personal foul, first team foul of the half and of the game. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Forgan basketball inbounding in front of the Bison bench. Again, Forgan winning an exciting game last night, 73-70 in double overtime. And I would think that you have to, there's a timeout on the floor. We're going to leave it here. You have to think that maybe toward the end of this game, because Forgan played at this same time yesterday, you have to think that there may be a little bit of a concern for fatigue for Forgan, rather. Now, these are high school kids, not 25 and 26-year-old grown men. But you play 6 quarters of aggressive basketball less than 24 hours ago, that's going to come into play. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have a continuation live from Arnett, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium. Forgan inbounding on the near side. Josh Brown handing it off to Conkle. Conkle directing traffic, passing over to the near side. Magana three-pointer over Braxton Fowler is good. And Forgan with a 6-3 lead. 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. Over to the near side. Fowler holds it high above his head. 2-1-2 zone being employed by the Bulldogs. Nathan Smith, no look pass to Cardwell. Back to Smith for three on the near side. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound picked up by Josh Brown. Conkle, hard pass. Juan Magana, wide open three-pointer. Off the back iron, no good. Nathan Smith was held, no foul call. Peyton Conkle goes up for the layup. A little out of control, goes out of bounds. It will be a turnover. Balko basketball, just under 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Reminder that the winner of tonight's game will play the winner between Goodwell and Boise City, so most likely Goodwell. At 7 o'clock, his ball's knocked away and stolen. Come back the other way. Conkle ahead of everyone. The layup is off the glass and good. 5 points for Peyton Conkle and a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, 8-3. Balko wants to be careful not to let this game get out of control. Bounce pass is knocked away. Picked up by Fowler. Shot is off the side of the backboard. No good, but he was fouled under the basket. Gage Reichert with his first personal foul, first team foul. And Braxton Fowler will go to the line to shoot two for the Bison. For Balko, the largest lead that they have overcome this season in a victory is 4 points. So they do not do well playing from behind. Fowler's first free throw is on the way, off the front iron, no good. So one more free throw forthcoming for the 5'9" senior from Balko. Taking two dribble, spins the ball in his hand. Second free throw is on the way. Off the back iron, no good. So one short, one long. Rebounded by Brown. It'll be Forgan basketball coming the other way. Conkle quickly into the front court. Forgan wanted to be very aggressive. They're making their presence known. Conkle out of control, loses it. It's stolen. 3-on-3. Chisholm Freeman over to Nathan Smith. Thought about the 26-footer, opted not to take it. Pulls it back out and directing traffic. Brown goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Fowler on the far side has the ball being guarded by Daniel Allman. Bounce pass out of the double team. Nathan Smith for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Smith. Balko to reset. Nathan Cardwell wide open three-pointer. Bang! Three-point basket good for Nathan Cardwell. And if he finds his stroke, that's a very good sign for Balko. We're tied at 6 halfway through the first quarter. Balko's going to have to find a way to do something other than three-pointers in this game, though. Over to the near side, Magana holding it high above his head, being guarded by Fowler. Crossover dribble, passes up to Brown. Brown driving into the free throw line. Over to Magana. Magana driving in, and there's a foul. That's going to be on Braxton Fowler. That'll be his first personal foul, second team foul. Forgan to inbound underneath their basket. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. Tie ball game at 6. Many of the Arnett faithful sticking around to catch this one, so there's a good crowd in tonight's game. Magana has it being guarded by Fowler, splitting the double team, picks up his dribble, passing over to Allman. Allman now passed, Nathan Smith deflected it, but did not control it. Driving in is Brown over a double team, the floaters around the rim and good. Basket good by Josh Brown. And it's a 4-point lead for Forgan at 10-6. Nathan Smith over to Nathan Cardwell. Cardwell has it. Nobody guarding him, so he's going to take the three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Reichert. Balko yet to attempt a 2-point field goal in this game. Driving in is Allman, passing over to Brown. Brown thought about the jumper, opted not to take it. Passing back now to Allman. Correction to Conkle. And Forgan will reset. Wraparound dribble. Bounce pass to Brown. Deflected by Cardwell and stolen by Smith. Balko come back the other way. 3 minutes gone. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Smith out of a double team, a quadruple team, and the ball's knocked away and stolen. Forgan coming back the other way. Forgan has dictated this game so far in every aspect, offensively and defensively. Balko's going to have to do something about that if they're going to win this game. 13-foot jumper's no good. Rebounded by Nathan Smith, coming back the other way. Numbers back defensively for Forgan. Smith with the crossover dribble. No-look pass to Cardwell for three. Bang! Three-point basket good. Nathan Cardwell, his second of the game. He has 6 points and it's 10-9 Forgan. 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. Conkle walking it across the midcourt stripe, being guarded loosely by Chisholm Freeman. Defense closes down a little bit. Daniel Allman now with it on the block, giving it back to Conkle. Conkle's 15-foot jumper in and out, no good. Rebounded by Braxton Fowler. Crossover dribble in the backcourt. Driving all the way in, and there's a foul call on the floor. Foul's going to be on Gage Reichert. That'll be his second personal foul, second team foul. Balko to inbound underneath their basket on the baseline. Nathan Smith to do the honors. Outlet goes to Chisholm Freeman between the circles. Over to Smith, free throw line jumper off the back iron, no good. A lot of contact and a foul in the backcourt on Levi Milliken. That'll be his first personal foul, third team foul of the half. Forgan inbounds, and Josh Brown will bring it diagonally across the timeline toward the near side. Picked up by Nathan Smith going around the Magana screen. Brown still with it. Smith still on defense. Hanging off to Conkle. A lot of contact, and they're going to call the foul on Nathan Smith. So for Smith, that'll be his first personal foul. 4 team fouls already. Just over 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Magana to inbound on the far sideline. Inbound deflected. Conkle has a three-pointer. It's blocked by Chisholm Freeman. Aggressive double team. Ball's knocked away and stolen. Forgan has it. A lot of contact. No call. And there's a call. A lot of contact under the baseline. Both coaches, both fan bases pretty upset at that. And a warning issued to Jaden Whitfield. Forgan to inbound on the baseline. Elbow thrown by Reichert. No foul call. Magana layup is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Fowler. Triple team, ball's loose. And they'll call a loose ball foul on Gage Reichert. That's his third personal foul already. So 3 fouls and not out of the first quarter yet, and he's not coming out of the game. So he's in real danger here. Fowler has it, ball's knocked away and stolen. Coming back the other way, Brown with it. Forgan by 1 and the ball. Conkle traveled with it. It'll be a turnover. Balko basketball. Asher Lancaster will check into the game for the Bulldogs. And Reichert will have a seat. And Deacon Martin will check into the game for the Bulldogs as well as Daniel Allman will sit. Just under 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. Balko basketball. Again, Forgan has dictated this game, but Balko is still very much in it. Over to the near side. Fowler thought about it. Over to Freeman. Freeman has the ball. Bump. No call. Back to Fowler. Out of a double team passing. Finding a Peyton Parker. Over to a wide open. Cardwell for 3. Off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Parker. Offensive rebound. Nathan Smith for 3. Bang! 3-point basket good for Nathan Smith. He has 6. And Balko has a 2-point lead. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3-pointer on the near side from Martin off the front iron, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Nathan Smith. 18 seconds to go here in the quarter. Smith with it, loose double team in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline, bounce past to Fowler on the far side. Parker at the elbow, now over to Cardwell for 3. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound by Fowler, put back is no good. Ball loose on the floor still. Pushed out of bounds by Chisholm Freeman. They'll say it was out of bounds off of Freeman. 2.2 seconds left to go. Forgan basketball. We do want to thank everybody for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison basketball on the Balko Bison Sports Network. 2 seconds left. 3-quarter court shot at the buzzer is no good. And at the end of the first quarter of play, it is Balko 12, Forgan 10. We do want to thank everyone again for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison basketball on the Balko Bison Sports Network. If you're listening to this broadcast or watching it, leave us a message. We have a live chat up. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and we'll be happy to give you a shout out on the air. We love having these conversations back and forth. So your first quarter recap. Peyton Conkle pacing the Bulldogs with 5 points, 3 for Juan Magana and 2 for Josh Brown. Balko, only 2 players have scored, 6 points apiece for Nathan Cardwell and Nathan Smith. They did not make a 2-point basket in the quarter. They only attempted 3. The Balko student section having a raucous time over on the far side. Balko in their home white uniforms with maroon lettering and maroon trim, and they are going from left to right across your screen. Forgan in their road red uniforms with the white lettering, white trim, they're going from left to right. It will be Forgan basketball to start the second quarter. Balko with a 2-point lead, and it will be Forgan basketball to start the second quarter. Inbound goes to Peyton Conkle in the backcourt, being guarded by Chisholm Freeman. Over to the far side, Brown has it. Back now between the circles, over to Asher Lancaster. Pass is too tall for Allman and for Conkle rather, and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on their opening possession and Balko basketball. Balko now with an opportunity to really kind of seize control of the direction of this game. Triple team coming on Cardwell. Over to Freeman, finds Parker cutting, but the pass is too hard, knocked away and stolen. Come back the other way. Ball deflected out of bounds by Chisholm Freeman. Freeman already with a number of hustle plays, and that's kind of been his thing all season, has been his hustle. Him and Levi Milliken really have been a pair of unsung heroes. The shot by Magana is up off the glass and good. 5 for Magana, and we're tied at 12. 30 seconds gone here in the quarter. Seems like it's been much longer than that. A lot of action already here in the early going. Cardwell over to Fowler, now free throw line extended, holds the ball above his head, dribbling back out now to Smith. Smith finds Cardwell wide open on the wing. Defense closes quickly, and he was fouled. Foul's going to be on Josh Brown, his first personal foul, 14 fouls. Balko basketball inbounding on the far sideline in front of the Balko student section and the Arnett student section. And again, a lot of the Arnett faithful here in this game. The floater for Parker is good. Peyton Parker with the floater from in the lane. The first 2-point basket of the game for the Bison. That's a 2-point lead for Balko, 14-12. 1 minute gone here in the quarter. Walking across the timeline is Peyton Conkle over to the far side. Brown getting off to Lancaster, being guarded heavily by Parker. Wraparound pass to Conkle, being guarded by Freeman. Wraparound dribble, loses control, picks it back up. Balko in a 1-2-2 zone. Offensive foul, they're going to call a moving screen on Deacon Martin, his first personal foul, 5 team fouls. Kenyon Griffin checking into the game for Balko. For Forgan, as Asher Lancaster will have a seat. Nathan Smith inbounding in front of the Bison bench. Minute and a half gone here in the first quarter. Smith thought about the heavily guarded three-pointer by Magana. It was deflected and off of Nathan Smith out of bounds. No protest from him, and it will be Forgan basketball. 2-point lead for the Bison at 14-12. 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. Peyton Conkle walking across the midcourt stripe, directing traffic. 1-2-2 zone being employed by the Bison. Now morphing into a 1-4 crossover dribble, driving in, bounce pass to the block, picked up by Martin. Passing it back out too tall for Conkle and out of bounds. Will be Balko basketball as the ball went about 2 rows deep on the far side. Nathan Smith to inbound, giving it to Braxton Fowler. Long pass to Cardwell on the near side. Now to Smith over to the far side. Braxton Fowler near the sideline. Takes a couple dribbles, giving it off to Freeman. Freeman had no interest in shooting, but finds Smith over to Cardwell. Cardwell three-pointer contested off the back iron, no good. Rebound deflected by Parker, picked up by Fowler, and Balko's going to reset the offense. Chisholm Freeman had it in the corner, thought about the jumper, decided not to take it. Bounce pass to the near side. Nathan Smith, double team comes. Backs off. Nathan Smith for 3 is going to miss short. Offensive rebound again. Over now, Braxton Fowler having it. Free throw line extended to Cardwell, top of the key. Double team comes. Pass to Nathan Smith, who holds the ball high above his head. Now to Cardwell, free throw line extended on the near side. Balko's run nearly a minute and a half off the clock in this possession. Cardwell Back to Smith at the free throw line, driving in. The floater from 10 is good. Basket good by Nathan Smith. That's 8 for him. And it's a 4-point lead for Balko, 16-12, 2.5 gone here in the second quarter. Peyton Conkle walking it across the court, and he'll bring it across the A logo here in Arnett. Very nice gymnasium that they have here in Arnett if you haven't had a chance to see it. Magana driving in. The shot is off the glass and good. Basket good for Juan Magana. He has 7 to lead the Bulldogs, and it's Balko by 2 and the ball. 5 minutes to go in the half. Over to the near side, Nathan Smith with it. Now to Fowler. Fowler fakes the pass, gives it back to Smith. Smith passing out of a double team back to Fowler. Balko resetting now. 4:45 to go here in the first half. Fowler with it, almost double dribble. They didn't call it. Cardwell down to the block. Freeman has it. Backing the defender down off the glass. Hard, no good. Offensive rebound. Resetting Braxton Fowler, faking the jumper. Driving the baseline, shots off the glass. No good, but a foul. And the foul's going to be on Kenyon Griffin, I believe. It will be on Kenyon Griffin. That'll be his first personal foul. 16 fouls. Braxton Fowler at the line to shoot 2. And Balko will be shooting free throws for the rest of the half. Fowler 0 of 2 from the line so far in the game. Spins the ball. First free throws on the way and good. Braxton Fowler with his first point of the game. Asher Lancaster checking into the game as Kenyon Griffin will have a seat. Lancaster, a big lanky body for Forgan. Providing some height that Balko simply doesn't have. If they can use it well, second free throw is up and good. So Fowler converts both. He has 2 points and is back to a 4-point lead for the Bison. Crossover dribbles knocked away. Picked up by Forgan. Magana, nice crossover dribble. Top of the key. Conkle, 3-pointer now for the free throw line extended off the back iron. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Nathan Smith. Smith fouled as he was driving toward the basket. Trying to see who that was on. Foul's going to be on Deacon Martin, his second personal foul, 17 fouls. So Nathan Smith will be at the line to shoot 1 and 1 for Balko. Smith with 8 points is the leading scorer in this game. First free throw for the senior is up on the way and good. Bison with their largest lead of the game so far at 5. Second free throw is up. Around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Magana. Coming back the other way. Crossover dribble in the backcourt. Cross-court pass to Conkle, who walked across the timeline on the far side. Approaching the halfway point here in the second quarter. Balko 19, Forgan 14. Using the Lancaster screen. Over now to the wing on the near side. Magana has it. Kind of a soft pass, but a hard foul by Chisholm Freeman. And that's going to be 2 on Freeman. He's got to be careful. That's someone that Balko cannot afford to pull off the court, especially in a game that's still in doubt. 3:57 to go here in the first half. Balko by 5. Forgan inbounding near the scoring table. Inbound goes to Magana, and I thought he stepped out of bounds, but a timeout is called by Forgan. We'll take it with him. 3:56 to go here in the first half. Balko 19, Forgan 14. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium here in Arnett, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison lead the Forgan Bulldogs 19-14. Halfway through the second quarter, Balko currently on a 10-2 run. As the inbound goes into the backcourt to Peyton Conkle, who's being guarded by Peyton Parker, who backs off. Bounce pass to Brown on the near side. Free throw line extender, holds the ball above his head. Finds a cutting Conkle. The alley-oop is up and good. 7 points for Conkle. And it's back to a 3-point lead now for Balko, 19-16. Balko unable to find the cutting Conkle, and they've got to keep an eye on him because he will torch them. Parker at the elbow picks up his dribble, passing back to Cardwell, over to Smith between the circles. Now down to the block. Freeman has it. Dribble, hard dribble. Shot is hard off the glass. No good. Rebound by Magana. Numbers for Forgan if they hurry. Crossover dribble. Ball's knocked away and stolen by Freeman. Coming back the other way now, Nathan Smith. 3:15 to go here in the half. 3-point lead for Balko and the basketball. Smith with it. Double team comes. Bounce pass to Fowler. Over to Cardwell. Thought about the jumper. Opted not to take it. Back to Fowler now on the far side. Nathan Smith thought about the top of the key jumper. Decided not to. Fowler holding it high above his head now. Fake pass by Smith. Now top of the key. Over to Fowler. Fowler driving in. Flashing across the paint. Ball's deflected. Picked up by Cardwell. 2:51 to go here in the half. Cardwell. The long two is no good. Offensive rebound by Parker. Putback is up and good. Peyton Parker with important contribution here in the second quarter. Back to a 5-point lead for Balko. 21-16. 2.5 to go here in the half. Into the front court is Conkle. Crossover dribble. Knocked away by Parker. He picks it up. He's ahead of everyone. 3-on-1. Layup is off the glass and good. 6 points for Peyton Parker. 7-point lead for Balko. 2:20 to go here in the first half. Into the front court, Conkle has it now. 2-3 zone being employed by Balko. Slashing pass. Everyone's shot is blocked by Cardwell and a foul. Foul's going to be on Nathan Cardwell, his first personal foul. 6-team foul. At the line to shoot 2 for Peyton will be, for Forgan will be Peyton Conkle. And Forgan will be shooting free throws for the rest of the half as well. First free throw is on the way and good. Pure shot for Peyton Conkle on that one. Levi Milliken checking into the game for Chisholm Freeman. Into the game for Forgan, we have Daniel Allman and Gage Reichert. And Reichert's got to be careful because he's already got 3 fouls. If he picks up a 4th one, he's going to be done for a long time. Second free throw is up and good. 9 points for Peyton Conkle, tying him with Nathan Smith for game-high honors. 5-point lead for Balko, 2 minutes to go here. 3-pointer for Nathan Smith off the side of the side of the iron. No good. Rebound loose on the floor, deflected into the backcourt. They'll say it was tipped. One says over and back violation, and one said it was tipped. So one official said the ball was tipped. The other one said it was not. They're adamant about it. It'll be Forgan basketball. A second warning has been issued to the Balko coaching staff, and Coach Whitfield's about to get teed up. Forgan to inbound in front of the Balko bench. Allman long outlet to Reichert, has the ball crossover dribble, handing it off to Brown. Brown was a dragon killer for Forgan last night. Very nearly a quadruple double. Ball's knocked away by Fowler and stolen. Layup is off the glass and good for Braxton Fowler. 4 points for him. And a 7-point lead for Balko, 25-18. 1:35 to go in the half. Into the front court, Brown has a crossover dribble. Smith reaches in, doesn't get it. Pass knocked away or deflected by Peyton Parker, but he committed the foul. So first foul on Peyton Parker. And at the line for Forgan will be Peyton Conkle to shoot 1-1. Conkle, the 5'8 senior, is a dead-eye from the foul line. He barely even drew net the last couple times. It was a pure shot. First free throw is up and good. So Conkle's the first player for either team in double figures with 10. The bonus free throw forthcoming. Second free throw is up and good. So 11 points for Conkle. He converts both. And it's 25-20 favor Balko. Over to Cardwell on the near side, has the ball, double team comes, they chase him out, over to Smith, Smith faking the shot, wide open 3-pointer now, off the glass, no good, rebound loose, picked up by Fowler. Parker driving in from the free throw line, loses control, come back the other way, numbers back defensively for Balko, 1-on-5. The 3-pointer for Conkle misses everything. It'll be a turnover, Balko basketball. 1:02 to go here in the half. Checking into the game for Forgan will be Jacob Taylor, as Reichert will have a seat. So Balko to inbounds with 1 minute to go in the first half. Bison can't be comfortable with the way this game is going, but they have to be pleased at least that they're ahead. Cardwell between the circles over to Fowler on the near side. Alley-oop over to Parker is good. Peyton Parker converting on the back end of the alley-oop. That's 8 points for Parker, all in the quarter. 40 seconds to go in the half, and a 7-point lead for Balko at 27-20. Conco looking over to Coach Lancaster to get the play, wraparound dribble. As Conco comes into the front court, Brown wide open on the far side. If he finds him, crossover dribble again. Bounce pass to nobody, out of bounds, and it will be Balko basketball with under half a minute to go here in the half. Balko with a chance to take their largest lead of the game with a basket, or even a free throw, because 7 is their largest lead. Smith over to Cardwell. Triple team comes back to Smith over to the near side. Conco reaches in, doesn't get the ball. Back to Smith now on the near side. Passing out of a double team to Fowler. Fowler driving the baseline. And an offensive foul. Foul's going to be on Levi Milliken. A holding foul. So Jacob Taylor will be at the line to shoot the 1-and-1 for Forgan. 8.6 seconds left to go in the half. 7-point lead. First free throw is wild, no good. And they're going to call a lane violation on Forgan. I didn't think anyone left early. It just looked like a bad shot. It didn't look like a violation of any kind, but it will be Forgan basketball, or Balko basketball rather. 7 seconds to go into the half, quickly into the front court. Bounce pass to Fowler. Fowler to Parker near the midcourt stripe. 2 seconds left. Ball's knocked away into the stands with 1.8 to go. Magana going into the bleachers to get the ball. So Balko to inbound in front of the scorer's table. Just under 2 seconds to go in the half. You got to think they're going to look for some sort of pick and pop here. Smith to inbound. Finding Fowler, turnaround jumper at the buzzer, barely draws iron, no good. And that's the end of the first half with the score. Balko 27, Forgan 20. Balko Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Violation there either. Do it. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium here in Arnett, Oklahoma. It's halftime of the second round playoff matchup where the Balko-Bison lead the Forgan Bulldogs by a score of 27-20. First half recap. For the Forgan Bulldogs, Peyton Conkle leading all scores with 11 points, having an impressive half, just playing a very aggressive basketball. 7 for Juan Magana, 2 for Josh Brown. For the Balko-Bison, 9 points for Nathan Smith, 8 for Peyton Parker, all in the second quarter. 6 for Nathan Cardwell and 4 for Braxton Fowler. Foul trouble for both teams. Gage Reichert has 3. Deacon Martin has 2 for Balko. Chisholm Freeman has 2. Levi Milliken has 2. For Balko, probably the bigger concern on that is Chisholm Freeman's 2 fouls. We do have a couple of messages here to read. We have from Sheena Trahern. Thank you for all the work you put into broadcasting the games. Go Braxton! Thank you so much. I love doing the broadcast. It's an absolute joy to get to do them. Christy Flowers cheering on the Bison from Red River, New Mexico. Thank you for broadcasting. Enjoy the mountains and the snow for me, man. It's a little warm up here in this broadcasting booth. My head is literally a foot away from the lights, and it is warm up here. Tana Perkins, hey, welcome back. Go Balko, go Fowler. Yes, we lost. We did lose about 3/4 of the season due to some technical difficulties. We've got everything squared away. We switched venues, and now it's working. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Live from Arnett, Oklahoma, Wildcat Gymnasium, where the Balko-Bison lead the Forgan Bulldogs 27-20. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the keys to victory for both teams and the start of the second half from Arnett. Balko-Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium here in Arnett, Oklahoma, where the Balko-Bison lead the Forgan Bulldogs by a score of 27-20. Again, a number of the Arnett faithful have stuck around to watch this game, and most of them are actually over on the Balko side of the arena. I think a lot of that is because the Arnett girls just absolutely demolished Forgan in the previous game by something like 40 points. And they don't want to hear it. So they're over on the Balko side. Do want to give a quick shout out. This game is, they call it the World Wide Web for a reason. Balko's biggest international fan is listening from Victoria, Australia right now. Jacob Botel listening to this broadcast of Balko-Bison basketball. Thank you so much for tuning in. Doing a quick check. It is 11 a.m. on the 12th of February over there. So we do want to thank everyone for listening to this broadcast. The keys to victory for this game, Forgan was doing really well when they were pressuring the basketball, racing in, dishing it back out. That was when they were having all of their success. They got away from that, kind of turned it down into a slower matchup, and that was when Balko was able to make their run. But then Balko started running. So I guess the keys to victory for both teams is push the tempo, get it done. Forgan does have the advantage in height, but Balko definitely has the advantage in distance shooting right now, as the Bison have converted 6 3-pointers in the first half, resulting in 18 of their 27 points. Forgan only converted 1 in the first half. Both teams are huddled in front of their coaches, getting last-minute instructions. So the officiating, which has been much maligned so far in this district tournament, and again, it's not that it's biased, it's just that it's been kind of questionable at times. And I understand these guys are human. They do the very best that they can. The officials will come back out. We're about ready to start the second half. Balko in the second half going from left to right across your screen. Home white uniforms with the maroon script, Balko across the chest, maroon lettering, maroon trim. Braxton Fowler being guarded very closely by Brown, giving it off to Smith on the near side. Balko going left to right across your screen. Forgan right to left in their road red uniforms. Three-pointer for Cardwell off the front iron. No good. Offensive rebound by Freeman. Balko to reset. Fowler driving in through a double team. The Euro step is off the glass. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Fowler. Shot is good in the foul. Braxton Fowler. Foul's good on Gage Reichert. That's his 4th personal foul. And immediately, Asher Lancaster set to come into this game. Fowler looking to complete the three-point play. Shots off the back iron. No good. Rebound loose. Contact by Milliken. No foul. Magana racing into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass to the near side. Conkle. Wide open three-pointers. Milliken had no interest in guarding him, and that's good. 14 points for Peyton Conkle. Coach Whitfield beside himself as Milliken had the defense and backed off, giving Conkle a wide open shot. A lot of contact on the near side. No foul, a turnover as Smith dribbles it out of bounds. Lancaster checking into the game. Forgan inbounding in front of the Bison bench. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Balko 29, Forgan 23. Top of the key, Brown has it. Being guarded closely by Smith. High pass to Conkle. Makes a pass, crossover dribble being guarded by Freeman. 10-footer from the paint is off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound put back, deflected. Rebounded by Nathan Smith. Chisholm Freeman with good defense in the paint. I'm going to take a sip of a Red Bull to get energy for this. Splitting a triple team off the glass, in and out, no good. Deflected by Milliken into the front court. Brown has it, 1-on-3, doesn't care. The layup is off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, however, Forgan to reset. Magana has it. Over to Conkle, thought about the jumper, driving in now over the lane. A lot of contact, offensive foul. They're going to call a charge. They're going to call a charge on Peyton Conkle. So for Conkle, that'd be his first personal foul, second team foul of the half. Cardwell to inbound, and Nathan Smith will bring it up the court. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Smith, bounce pass to Cardwell. Double team comes back to Smith. At the free throw line extended on the far side, now over to Chisholm Freeman. Dribbling out of a double team, loses control of it. Tapping over to Cardwell, now Fowler driving a quadruple team over to Smith. Thought about the jumper, threw a double team over to Braxton Fowler. Fowler driving in, Euro step off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Magana, coming back the other way. Numbers for Forgan if they hurry. 2-on-1. Crossover by Brown, the layup is off the glass and good. 4 points for Josh Brown, and it's a 4-point lead for Balko, 29-25, and nobody coming for the inbound. Chisholm Freeman has it now, giving it off to Braxton Fowler. Coach Whitfield highly upset. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Crossover dribble by Fowler over to Smith. Double team comes. Brown reaching in, doesn't get it, back to Smith. Triple team over to Cardwell on the wing, faking the shot. 17-foot jumper, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Magana, aggressively come back the other way are the Bulldogs. A lot of contact, no foul away from the ball. Brown has it, Smith reaching in. Floater off the glass, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Lancaster. Put back is also no good. Lancaster had a good 6 inches over the defender and was unable to convert. 5:15 to go. Braxton Fowler over to Cardwell on the wing. Back to Fowler holding the ball high above his head, faking the pass. Picking it up now to the top of the key. Nathan Smith for 3 off the back iron, no good. Rebound tapped over to Freeman, shot off the glass and good. What a pass by Braxton Fowler. Basket good by Chisholm Freeman, his first points of the game, and it's a 6-point lead for Balko, 31-25, 4:55 to go here in the third quarter. Allman with the ball now being guarded by Chisholm Freeman. Hesitation, dribble, driving in. The floater is up and good. 16 points for Peyton Conkle. He is having himself a game and a half for the Bulldogs. Fowler has it. Long pass to Smith. Thought about the jumper, opted not to take it over to Cardwell. Back to Smith. And a reaching foul on Josh Brown. That'll be his second personal foul. 3 team fouls in the half for Balko. For Forgan. It'll be Bison inbound on the far sideline. Going to Fowler, back to Smith. Smith into the front court. No look pass to Cardwell. Conkle comes, double team comes in the name of Brown. The floater for Peyton Parker is good. He has 10 points to lead the Bison. And it's back to a 6-point lead for Balko, approaching the halfway mark here in the third quarter. Peyton Parker, off the bench, has given an incredible effort. Brown with it now. Elbow jumper is good. An unorthodox looking shot for Brown, but it's effective. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. 3:53 to go here in the third quarter. Balko 33, Forgan 29. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium here in Arnett, Oklahoma. Balko 33, Forgan 29, this second round matchup. The winner of today's game will face the winner between Goodwell and Boise City next Thursday here in Arnett at 7 o'clock. The loser will face the loser of that matchup also here in Arnett, and that will be at 3 o'clock. Nathan Smith bringing it into the front court, giving it off to Cardwell. Fowler now has it on the wing, bounce pass to Freeman on the block, double team comes. Looking to get rid of it, can't do so. Pass over to Smith, splitting a triple team. Pass to Freeman's feet, ball knocked away, picked up again by Freeman over to Cardwell between the circles. Balko to reset the offense. Parker pass to Freeman, shot is short. Coming back the other way are the Bulldogs. Into the front court is Conkle. Finding Almond, back to Conkle now between the circles. Forgan to reset. 3:15 to go here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for Balko. Crossover dribble by Conkle over to the near side. Magana thought about the jumper, opted not to take it. Back to Conkle. Free throw line jumper is good for Peyton Conkle. That's 18 for him, and it's down to a 2-point lead for Balko, 33-31. Splitting a double team with Smith, over to Fowler. Fowler three-pointer from the wing, bang! 3-point basket good, Braxton Fowler. That's 9 for him. And it's a 5-point lead for the Bison, 36-31, 2:40 to go. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Parker. Looking to outlet it, can't. Finally gives it off to Nathan Smith, who races across the timeline on the far side. Brown defending, bounce pass to Cardwell, looking to get rid of it, can't. Finds Parker driving in, layup off the glass is good. 12 points for Peyton Parker. 7-point lead for Balko, 38-31, 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. Coach Whitfield applauding. In the other game of interest, Goodwell leading Boise City in the first quarter, 27-5. The free throw line jumper is no good, rebounded by Fowler. So it looked like the winner of this game will play Goodwell as we expected. Fast break basket is off the glass and good for Nathan Smith. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. 11 points for Nathan Smith. 40-31 favor Balko. Their largest lead of the game. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Balko Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Balko with a 9-point lead, their largest of the game. It'll be Forgan basketball inbounding on the baseline. Peyton Conkle having himself an unbelievable game with 18 points so far in this one. Balko being paced by Peyton Parker with 12 and Nathan Smith with 11. Into the front court, now to the near side. Brown has it. Lancaster between the circles being guarded by Nathan Cardwell. Cardwell goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Ball's knocked away by Parker into the backcourt, picked up, saved to Conkle. Conkle driving in. Elbow floater is no good. Saved, but it goes to Parker. Come back the other way now are the Bison. Nathan Smith bringing it across the timeline, avoiding a couple of defenders. Over to Cardwell at the free throw line extended, picks up his dribble. Now over to Braxton Fowler directing traffic. Finds Parker on the elbow, over to Nathan Smith, three-pointer over Lancaster. Bang! Three-point basket good. Nathan Smith, 14 points for him. A double-digit lead for Balko, 43-31. Into the front court, out of bounds off of Brown. It'll be a turnover, Balko basketball. Frankie Gonzalez set to check into the game for Balko. Coming into the game for the Bulldogs, Jacob Taylor, as Asher Lancaster will have a seat. A minute 15 to go here in the third quarter, one that has been controlled by Balko. Smith to inbound, does so to Cardwell in the backcourt, giving it back off to Smith. Parker calling for the ball on the elbow, doesn't get it, but Cardwell for three, off the side of the side of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Conkle, coming back the other way. Numbers back defensively for Balko. A minute to go here in the quarter. Crossover dribble, the floater's blocked by Parker. Frankie Gonzalez 4-on-1 for Balko. Layup is no good. Offensive rebound by Cardwell. Balko to reset. Nathan Smith from the far side. Wing jumper is off the iron and no good. Juan Magana, 4-on-1 opportunity for Balko. And the pass is stolen by Smith. Defensively, Balko flexing their muscle. Smith with it. Double team comes by Brown. Contact and a foul. And for Brown, that's going to be his third foul. 14 fouls in the half. Balko yet to commit a foul here in this half with 35 seconds left to go. Gonzalez inbounds to Nathan Smith, finding his way to the wing, cross-court pass to Cardwell. Half a minute to go in the third quarter, one that's been very friendly to Balko. No look pass to Parker, splitting a double team back to Cardwell. Thought about the jumper, decided not to, passing out of a double team over to Gonzalez. Finds Smith at the top of the key. Now to Cardwell between the circles, back to Smith. Balko content to hold for the last shot of the quarter. Being guarded very closely by Brown. Nathan Smith has it. Reverses course, pass over to Gonzalez. Finds Fowler over to Cardwell. Back to Gonzalez, wide open three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Conkle. Mid-court shot at the buzzers, no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. That's the end of the third quarter, one that was very good for Balko, as the Bison lead Forgan by a score of 43-31. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter recap and the start of the fourth quarter live from Arnett, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball will continue in a moment. Good job, cadets. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium, where the Balko Bison lead the Forgan Bulldogs 43-31 heading into the fourth quarter. Forgan being paced by Peyton Conkle, who leads all scorers with 18 points. Balko, Nathan Smith has 14, Peyton Parker with 12. It's Forgan basketball to start the fourth quarter. Brown bringing it into the front court, hanging it off to Conkle. You have to think here in this quarter is going to be the Peyton Conkle show for the Bulldogs. Down to the block, Gage Reichert, turnaround jumper off the iron, no good. Rebound picked up by the Bulldogs. They're going to reset. Cross-court pass to Conkle. Three-pointer over Fowler. Front iron, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Reichert. Putback is good. First basket of the game for Gage Reichert. Back to a 10-point lead for Balko, 43-33. 30 seconds gone here in the final stanza. Nathan Smith driving in, finds Chisholm Freeman on the far side. They're going to give him the lane. The shot off the glass is good. Chisholm Freeman with 4 points now, back to a 12-point lead for Balko. 45 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Into the front court, Peyton Conkle has it being guarded by Chisholm Freeman. Good defense on Brown. The jumper by Conkle, in and out, no good. Rebound deflected, picked up by Freeman. Into the front court, Nathan Smith's ahead of everyone. Defense closes quickly. Shot is redirected, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound on Braxton Fowler. His second personal foul, first team foul of the half. He knew it as he walked back to the other side of the court. And it's Forgan basketball, trailing by 12. Conkle walking it across the timeline. Passing over to Brown on the near side. Now to the top of the key. Reichert hasn't been guarded, and a traveling violation. Turnover for Forgan. It'll be Balko basketball. Chisholm Freeman to inbound in front of the Bulldog bench. Does so to Nathan Smith, who'll walk it across the midcourt stripe. Finds Peyton Parker at the foul line, passing over to Braxton Fowler, now to Nathan Smith. Balko running clock and setting the offense. Crossover dribble for Smith, giving it off now to Braxton Fowler. Brown on the defense, giving now to Cardwell. Cardwell bounce pass to Smith on the far side, has the ball, finds a wide open Chisholm Freeman. Shot is up and good. Back-to-back baskets for Chisholm Freeman. That's 6 for him. Bison with their largest lead of the game, 47-33. We want to thank everybody for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison basketball on the Balko Bison Sports Network. The winner of this game will play Forgan on Thursday, as the layup is good for Gage Reichert, 4 for him. It's back-to-back baskets for the Forgan freshman. The winner of this game will play Goodwell on Thursday here at 7 o'clock here in Arnett. And you can, if Balko wins, you'll be able to watch that game live here on the Balko Bison Sports Network. Euro step, jumper is no good, rebounded by Cardwell. 3-on-1, basket's good and a foul. Foul's going to be on Peyton Conkle. That'll be his second personal foul. 5 team fouls. Nathan Cardwell will be at the line to shoot 1. Oh, they're not counting the basket. I thought the basket was good. They called the basket, or they called it on the floor. Chisholm Freeman looking to inbound. Can't find anyone. Does so to Nathan Smith. The shot is no good. Ball deflected out of bounds by Freeman. It'll be Forgan basketball. 49-35 the score. Into the front court is Peyton Conkle, being guarded by Chisholm Freeman. Crossover dribble, a lot of contact, no call. Foul on the shot is going to be on Peyton Parker. That'll be his second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for Forgan, Gage Reichert to shoot 2. First free throw for the 6'2 freshman is off the back iron, no good. One more free throw forthcoming for Reichert, who has 4 points so far in this game. Second free throw is up, off the back iron, also no good. Rebounded by Nathan Smith. Full court press being employed by Forgan. Smith giving it off to Balko. Forgan backs off of it. Brown at the midcourt stripe. Pass to Parker between the circles. Finds Braxton Fowler wide open for 3. Bang! 3-point basket good. Braxton Fowler, that's 12 for him. The third Bison player in double figures. And the lead now up to 17, 52-35. 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ball's deflected by Fowler, stolen by Freeman, coming ahead. The layup is high off the glass, no good. Deflected out of bounds. Saved all the way down the court, but they're going to say it wasn't saved, that he stepped out of bounds, did Juan Magana. So it'll be Balko basketball inbounding underneath their basket. 4:40 to go in the ballgame. Balko pulling away now in the last couple minutes. Chisholm Freeman to inbound. Trying to find someone, can't. In danger of a 5-second violation. Inbound goes to Nathan Smith. Passing out of a double team over to Braxton Fowler. Fowler dribbling, bounce pass to a cutting Cardwell. Around the rim and good. 8 points for Nathan Cardwell. A 19-point lead for Balko, and the route is on here in Arnett. 54-35. The floater is around the rim, no good. Deflected out of bounds by Peyton Parker. It'll be Forgan basketball. Coach Whitfield unhappy with the call, but you're not going to win all the calls, especially when it's a 50-50 ball like that. And with a 19-point lead, you can't be too terribly upset. Conkle looking to inbound. Does so to Reichert, giving it back to Conkle. Crossover dribble, wide open three-pointer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Reichert. Blocked from behind, and a foul. And Reichert's still down. He gets up slowly, and he is staggering. This is bad. He hit his head hard on the floor, and he's being held up right now. Scary situation here in Arnett. As Reichert's shot was blocked, he hit the ground hard, and he got up and he was staggering. That's as scary a look as you're going to find. Reichert is still staggering as he's making his way to the bench. He doesn't know where he is right now. That's scary. That's absolutely scary. His mother comes down to check on him. It almost seems inconsequential, but the foul's on Nathan Smith. That's his second personal foul. 3 team fouls for the Bison. Daniel Allman, first free throws in and out. And just like that, this gymnasium has gone eerily quiet. One more free throw for Allman is up and good. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with him. Allman's first point of the game. 4:12 to go in the ball game. Balko 54, Forgan 36. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Wildcat Gymnasium. Balko leading Forgan by a score of 54-36. For those of you watching, Gage Reichert hit the floor really hard, got up staggered, was having to be held up by a teammate, had to be directed as to where the bench was by Coach Lancaster. Scary, scary situation. Daniel Allman converted one out of 2 of the free throws, but the wind has really kind of been taken out of this gymnasium in what should be a celebratory game for the Balko Bison. Braxton Fowler bringing it up the court, crossover dribble at midcourt, being guarded by Conkle, goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Nathan Smith now with it, being guarded by Brown to the elbow. Parker, the shot was no good, deflected by Freeman, offensive rebound by Cardwell. Balko to reset. Nathan Smith holding it now, driving in, wide open lane for Parker is good. Parker now leads Balko with 16 points. A 20-point lead for the Bison, the largest lead of the game. Conkle with the ball on the far side. Long cross-court pass to Magana, being guarded by Fowler. Ball knocked away and stolen. Fast break for Balko. Cardwell driving in. The shot's no good, but he traveled with it. It's like he couldn't believe he was that wide open, and he took an extra step. So a turnover for Balko. Forgan basketball. 3:23 to go, so Balko's going to win this game. And they're going to play Goodwell, who has handily defeated them twice this season. Ball loose on the floor. A scrum picked up by Balko. Fowler double team comes, reach in, and they're going to call a foul, I think, on Josh Brown. That will be on the foul will be on Brown, his 4th personal. 6-team foul. Balko now inbounding on the far side. And that game will be at 7 o'clock here on Friday, rather. I've been saying Thursday all night. It'll be on Friday here in Arnett, with the winner of that game advancing to the area tournament in Beaver. Parker driving in, shot off the glass, good, and a foul. Peyton Parker playing absolutely out of his skin tonight. Foul is on Josh Brown. That's his 5th. He's going to foul out of this game with 6 points. Brown has played hard in this game. It just hasn't been his night for the 5'9 senior. However, his season is not done. They will face Boise City here in Arnett at 3 o'clock on Thursday. Peyton Parker at the line to try and convert the three-point play. Free throw is on the way around the rim, no good. And they're going to call over the back foul on Chisholm Freeman. That'll be his third. Balko 58, Forgan 36, under 3 to play in the ballgame. The Balko and Forgan faithful have both stuck around. The elbow jumper, no good. Rebounded by Cardwell. Coming back the other way are the Bison. Into the front court, Braxton Fowler has it. Crossover dribble, finds Parker. Over to Cardwell. Cardwell finds Freeman over on the near side. Back to Fowler. Balko to reset. 2.5 to go in the ball game. Fowler over to Cardwell. Down to Smith. Finds Fowler. Chisholm Freeman is calling for it. Gets it as he cuts across the lane. The shot's off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Magana. Coming back the other way now are the Bulldogs. 2:18 to go in the ball game. Conkle into the front court. Long cross court pass to the near side. Back between the circles. Magana hasn't been guarded by Fowler. Crossover dribble. Good defense. Good ball handling, and a reach-in foul is going to be on Braxton Fowler. For Fowler, that'll be his third personal. The 15th foul, I believe, for the Bison. As Frankie Gonzalez will check into the game. Chisholm Freeman will have a seat. And he is most likely done for the evening. Long inbound goes to Allman. Bounce pass to Conkle. Three-pointer over. Peyton Parker is good. He has 21 points. As he and Peyton Parker were tied for game-high honors. Under 2 to play in the ball game. Again, neither of these teams' season will end tonight. They will continue again in Arnett as Forgan will play Boise City on Thursday and Balko will play Goodwell on Friday. Frankie Gonzalez has it near the timeline. Magana reach-in foul. That'll be his first personal foul. 18 fouls, and Frankie Gonzalez will be at the line to shoot 1-1 for Balko. Gonzalez looking for his first point of the game. 19-point lead for Balko, 58-39. Levi Milliken checking into the game. And Braxton Fowler will have a seat. Gonzalez takes 2 aggressive dribbles, spins the ball, free throws on the way, and good. Pure shot for Frankie Gonzalez, his first point of the game. Makes it a 20-point lead for Balko. Bonus free throw forthcoming for Gonzalez. Second free throw is up and also good. So Gonzalez converts both. He has 2 points. 60-39 favor Balko. Crossover dribble. Conkle driving in off the glass, good. And this is what Conkle has done so well all night long. They just needed Conkle needed some help is what happened tonight, and he just didn't get it. 23 points for Conkle. Smith driving into Milliken has it. Over to Gonzalez being guarded closely by Conkle. Back to Smith. 1:13 to go. Magana reaching in on Smith, doesn't get it. Crossover dribble, wraparound dribble now, bounce pass, and we have a reach-in foul on, they're going to call an offensive foul. They're not going to call a foul, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Okay, so a turnover. Ty Smith is in the game now for Balko as the student section goes crazy. Conkle with it, being guarded by Parker. Under a minute now to play in the game. Conkle still with the dribble, utilizing the screen. Good defense by Milliken. Ball's deflected by Ty Smith. Back down to the top of the key. Magana thought about the jumper up not to take it. Driving in. Foul on the floor on Frankie Gonzalez, his first personal foul. 16 fouls. Forgan to inbound underneath their basket with 47 seconds left to go. Nathan Cardwell will have a seat, and Colby Barnes will check in. And Gentry Parker will come in as Peyton Parker will have a seat. Peyton Parker, easily the player of the game for Balko, 18 points off the bench. Bounce pass to Magana. Driving into the lane, basket's good. Magana knocking the ball away. And Forgan showing a little bit of chippiness now here in the last half minute of the game. Ty Smith has it. Ball trying to pass to Gentry Parker. Ball's deflected out of bounds by Magana. Why Forgan still has starters in this game, I have no idea. But there's half a minute to go. Frankie Gonzalez splitting a double team, loses control. And they're going to say he was fouled. Foul on Peyton Conkle, his third personal foul. Gonzalez, front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Rebounded by Magana. Coming back the other way. Long outlet to Conkle. Has the ball. Three-pointer is good. Three-point basket good for Peyton Conkle. 26 for him. Gonzalez will bring it across the timeline, and that'll be the ball game. With your score, Balko 60, Forgan 46. So Balko advances to the third round of the playoff. They will play on Thursday. I didn't figure they would play until Friday. They'll play on Thursday at 7:30 here in Arnett. Forgan, for those of you from Forgan that are listening to this game, will play Boise City here at 3 o'clock. Balko being awarded the district championship trophy right now. The Balko and Arnett faithful going crazy on the far side. And still, for the life of me, I can't figure out why the Arnett fans, one, stuck around, but two, stuck around on the Balko side. But I know the Balko faithful are going to be grateful for it. So the game recap now. Forgan falls to 8-17 on the season. Balko improves to 15-8. Peyton Conkle leading all scorers with 26 points. An impressive outing for the 5'8 senior from Forgan. Juan Magana with 9, Josh Brown with 6, Gage Riker with 4, Daniel Almond with 1. For the Balko Bison, Peyton Parker leading the way with 18 points, 14 for Nathan Smith, 12 for Braxton Fowler, 8 for Nathan Cardwell, 6 for Chisholm Freeman, and 2 for Frankie Gonzalez. Getting us to our final score, Balko 60, Forgan 46. Just a reminder that we will be back in action for Balko Bison basketball on Thursday at 7:30 live on the Balko Bison Sports Network. Until next time, this is David Vaughn reminding you that no amount of success can compensate for failure in the home. Make sure that your family knows each and every day just how much you love them. Until next time, take care and God bless.